That's exactly what I was thinking. Hello. Hello, folks. Good morning. Or as Kevin in the office says, hello, mate. It's cold. It's cold in Florida. All right. What's up, guys? She's gone to pick up her dad. They'll get him up when they get back. Yeah, you're not gonna wake him up. You could beat his ass. He won't wake up. Really? Go beat his ass. Go beat his ass. Yeah, but I'm working. I can't. All right. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? A little bit of a bounce. A little bit of a bounce. Not half bad. I've got about 39 trades I'm looking at right now, so that's good. Now I can't give you all of them because, you know, I'm a shithead like that, but I'm liking a few things. So, what's up, Ayanda? Here's the thing. Take my phone off Wi-Fi. I went bowling last night. Didn't go well. It went horrific. I haven't bowled in a while, 6 months-ish. But bowling is one of those things, it's like, it's easy. Same shot I've always had. I could show up to a bowling alley and bowl 160. Just is what it is. And I didn't do well. Let's just say I didn't do well. I have a right to left shot with a nice curve. The right side of the lane coming left was dead. I'm talking punishing. It was punishing. Very frustrating. I'm a competitive person. I don't like to lose. Very, very frustrating. And my pride is now hurt forever the way that I bowled. I didn't have my shot. It wouldn't give it. The lane wouldn't give it to me. Wouldn't give it to me. It was a straight shot lane, and well, only plebs shoot straight. Very frustrating. All right, but hey, Bitcoin bounced. Let's look at it. And oh, another thing. 3 more days till I get to shave this atrocity off my face. It's ridiculous, man. It's better than I thought it would be, but it doesn't grow in like up here very well. It'll grow in like just a little bit right there, but then right there won't really grow in. And I don't know why. It just is what it is. So, yeah. Okay. Put my ugly mug down. Woo! I think the video quality is okay, so that's good. It's better than yesterday. I don't know what was going on yesterday. It was crazy. Craziness. What's up, Fish Tank? Ethan? Green Day. You like listening to Green Day? All right. Let's look at our shorts versus longs. Shorts are probably looking to get out under near 4,000. All right, so 5,700 more. All right, cool. Could give us a little fuel. And here's the thing: if we fib this entire drop, we're at 236 resistance. Okay. Now, if we zoom in, it's a breakout in bullish volume. If we go into the hourly though, that'll tell a better story. It's been more bull than bear on this pattern. It's been 3 big volume spikes. It hasn't been insane, but 1, 2, 3 right there. Now, I would actually probably short this zone, to be honest with you. And if you want to get aggressive with it, if you look at the day chart, I would be looking to get back in right there. 3,900, 3,928-ish. Throwback. Now, you wouldn't want to do this unless the daily closed above this line, which we don't know. And so this is jumping the gun a little bit. Like, if you look at this on the hourly, this will be like, oh, dude, we're going higher, bro. Like, oh, breakout. Yeah, awesome. And then you draw this line right here, and you're like, oh, man. Oh, that's a breakout right there. Oh, hell yeah, buy that shit. And you may not be wrong, but if you zoom out to the daily, it doesn't look that impressive. And then you fib it, and you know that we're at 236 resistance, which I always tell you guys on the way back up. 236 resistance is a bitch to get over. You know, you don't always have to long up. I think you could let the buyers do your work for you and short like 4,700, the daily 20 EMA, 5,000. If you get a chance, like all the way up these fib levels, and then the final boss at like 5,800. So there's like a million levels. There's like 5 levels you'll be able to scalp short for some good ass profits. And if you can hit the final boss near 5,800, 5,700, it could be the trade of the year for you. So it sucks to be patient, but there's like 5 levels you could short in Bitcoin. The only place I'd be looking to get long right now is right here. Now the daily close matters, and we need to see some damn volume. Because if we go back to the hourly, I mean, this is good volume, but we'll probably see a pullback here. And then if you look at the hourly, this even looks like it may want to be retested as well. 3,800, 3,830. So sprinkle some bids. I do think we bounce if we come back. And I'm looking, 39.30, 38.30. Sprinkle bids in between there. See what happens. You might only get filled at 39.30, but just win the trade. So, but if we do close the day over 41.71, we're looking at least this zone, 4,500, 45.30, and potentially, even up to the daily 20 EMA near 47.50. Should be closer to 4,700 by then. So, I mean, this chart probably wants a return to equilibrium, right? So I would short the daily 20 EMA on the first try, but I think the daily 50 is more pertinent. So, and we'll begin to line this up and target it in as price moves. We'll be able to kind of narrow in our target on what we're looking to trade. So, how's Florida? It's like a full-on hurricane here. Florida's cold. I mean, it's good. I might play golf, I think, Friday, which would be fun. I didn't think that we'd be able to play golf in November. Only time I've ever played golf this late in the year was when I lived in Austin, Texas, and it was like December, and it was 70 degrees or something like that, 60 degrees, and I was playing golf, and that was incredible. and I miss living there. And my home is covered in snow right now. My wife's coworker, who's staying with our dogs, she been staying at our house. She sent us a picture of the house, and it is covered in snow. It's just very, very demoralizing when you're in Florida and you know what you're going back to. So that's fun. Look at ETH. Okay. Not bad volume on the daily, to be honest with you. We probably go higher, and even as high as 127 in the intermediate term. Let's fib this move. Let's respect the 236 over that 127 level. All right. Oh, perfect. Jeez, it's crazy how this shit works. 128 is the 236 and this yellow line. Yeah, man, that's short 128. But also short the daily 20 EMA. So I would short 128, take your profits, and the daily 20 EMA. Now let's zoom in to find a tradable pullback range, because this won't hold. This shouldn't hold. I would probably try to grab 108 to here. This up. And then save some for the 50 moving average. If this is the top, let's say the 200 moving average or horizontal resistance back here is the top. The 0.5 is 109. So somewhere around there if you wanted a long. But, I mean, even the golden pocket near 106, 107 probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put some bids. Because if you zoom out on the daily, it looks like a double bottom. What's the volume look like? Volume's okay. It's not as good as Bitcoin. Everything's waiting on Bitcoin, though. The daily says, yeah, we should fucking bounce here, dude. Like, straight up, we should bounce. So, another thing about Bitcoin, don't automatically assume that this is going to be like a V bottom or something like that. We could just come up and touch the daily 20 EMA, bounce back down, and go sideways and drop again. Not that we will, because this was aggressive. Not that we will. But, you know, think about like what happened here, right? Something like that could definitely happen. Or something like this. Right here. Something like this. Something like this. Come up, type of 20 EMA on the daily. Drop again. God, that's such a beautiful inverse head and shoulders. Looking back. So beautiful. It's very symmetrical. Left shoulder, if you take the wick, is pretty damn symmetrical with the right. Yeah, so we haven't had, on this drop, if you notice, we haven't had any of this, the green part, yet. It's been just all this. So if we're going to fulfill the 3K prophecy, which I would listen to your argument to say that we won't, I've flip-flopped. I've thought that we wouldn't. Now I think that, like, if you look at the weekly chart, it looks imminent. It looks imminent. Like, it just does. It looks imminent. Now, the weekly looks like a bullish hammer reversal. It is only Wednesday, but holy shit, look at that. Now, fib law says 50% of the real body of this candle we should come back to. 47.47, perfect. We knew we were going to short that zone anyway. We were going to say 47.30. Call 47.30. Right? Like, these big-ass candles like this, guys, you can look to short. If it's red, you can look for it to come back up to 50% of the real body. And if it's green, you can look for it to come back down before you long 50% of the real body. And that should be pretty damn easy to do. So if you want to sit this one out, you don't always have to be long to make profits. Shorting the 4,700 zone probably isn't a bad idea. Probably isn't a bad idea. People are going to sell into pumps and take profits, okay? So there's there's a natural um, there's natural help for your position just automatically built in. So just think about it that way. If you wanted to buy a spot, I can't argue. I'll never argue with anybody wanting to buy $4,100 Bitcoin to buy a spot to hold. I'll never argue with that. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't. Why? Like, it's completely ridiculous. So, what's Ripple doing? Mm. Daily 20 EMA. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I wonder if people are gonna respect this or respect this. I still think you see 8,900. Still think you see 8,900. All right, let's look at Tomo. Looks amazing as always. I'm about to throw more into it. It's gonna bend time. Um, all right, good volume off this bounce level on market cap. Down here. Neato, gang. We could go up another $23 billion. And I bet you we do. I bet you we do. Dominance. No. It's going sideways. Trendless. Altcoin. Bouncing off support. Look at that. Look at that. You could put up another 15 billion in altcoin market cap before resistance. Yeah, why not? Sure. Yeah, it should. Could be a good time to buy some altcoins. All right. My mic sounds off. I'm talking quieter. You might need to turn your computer up. I'm not home. Sounds good to me, man. All right. What coins do you guys want to see? I'm opening up the floor. Tell me in the chat. While you're doing that, I'm going to look at them. Hey. Should be able to get this shit at, I mean, even at this point, 1760-ish. Just move the box up. Boop. There. I'd look at like 1760 you could probably get for a pullback. That might give you a good 10%. Like this. ICX. Should come back up and retest 7,500-ish. And then after that, really, I'd be looking at like 88. It's not a lot of volume so far. Hourly there is. 66 would be your next resistance in the short term. You know, it probably isn't a bad buy here, to be honest with you. For a flip up to 66, that'll get you like 7-8%. Keep some of it. Or you could just wait for Bitcoin to hit 3930-ish and then buy ICX. That might not be a bad idea. LTC. Not bad, man. As a matter of fact, I think LTC looks a little bit better than Bitcoin does. It should. It's only $30. So 37 almost is on the way. And then a return to horizontal resistance turn support would be 46. Where would I look to get in? $31.60, right near here. Or again, when Bitcoin hits $39.30, that's where I probably look to get in on Litecoin. It's really that easy. Let her pull back. I just don't know if the market's going to let those under 4K shorters get out alive on this one. It's the only thing. So maybe a little bit at 31, a little bit, you know, if Bitcoin retests like 39.30, 39.50, a little bit more there. And then your targets are going to be it's at 236 now. It's just such an aggressive drop. I think it's going to come up. I really do. It looks pretty good. It looks ready to move up. The Heiken Ashley probably hasn't turned since it follows daily candle closes. It has. It has. Not a bad time to long some Litecoin. Look at the RSI circling up. The sun's coming out. I don't think it looks half bad, man. I don't. EOS. Mmm. The Heiken Ashley is below. Oh, baby. Volume? Oh, yeah. It's now looking here. I would short a retest of 79. Okay? I would short a retest of 79. You paying attention? So gotta tell my private group. All right. Writing a note to myself. Yeah, shorter breakdown retest of this. 79 should get you in. Looks like shit. Can you guys hear that? All right. Um, Cutum. I mean, it should, by all intents and purposes, go lower. Like 56K, man. It looks like garbage. Your stop over 85, 86. Cutum. What's good old Quantum doing these days? It's your chance to get a double bottom. It doesn't look strong. More bull than bear. Have at it. Stop on a daily close. Your risk reward is phenomenal, man. Stop on a daily close below 49. See what happens. First target 54, second target 56, 57, 54 and 57. Stop below 49.3 on a daily close. See what happens. Some are stronger than the others. Oh my god, Neo's up 12%. For all intents and purposes, it should come back up and retest 1370-ish. Really, it should. Was there any volume on this one? Not bad. Neo's rocking the volume. Jesus. What about the BTC pair? I think this is Bittrex, so I don't think it's going to matter. I can't believe what's happening to Neo. But here you are. Where it dipped to. Where it's bouncing. Probably not a bad idea to see what happens. Give yourself a little ride on the Neo rocket. CHX. It has to be on some other exchange, I guess. CHX. Own. Yeah. Jesus Christ. 2852 is the first target. Is the next target. Hmm. Eh. Looks like shit to me. Looks like shit, but and I'm not buying into 50% gains, right? If you're already in, please take some profits. Number one, um, and take some. I would take personally at 28.50. I also try to let it ride a little bit, man. This bitch could go 4,500, 4,000. This isn't. This is just a move up to me. This isn't. This doesn't look like a parabolic advance yet. I think it can move. I just buying here would be completely fucking asinine. Like if you're buying here, I just think you should stop trading. Honestly, stop buying shit. But there's no. I mean, if it continues up, this won't be a bear div. You can't call it a bear div from up here because this was a bear div from here to there. That bear div played out. So now you'd be looking at it, is it a bear div from here to there? Well, it depends on the daily candle close. But if you put it on yesterday's candle, then it's down here. It's a little bit of a bear div, a little bit. But it wouldn't take much for this to go higher and pierce this RSI from this point right here. So no, that wouldn't be a bear div. But scale out some profits on the way. I just wouldn't fucking buy right now. Oh man. T-Food, did they? Are they spiking? I know they're partners with Tomo-chan. Nice, man. This chart looks like it wants to buy, to be honest with you. I'd buy this shit. Absolutely, I'd buy this shit. So let's assume this is bottom. I gotta redraw that. There we go. Can't just flip it like that. I always think you can, but you can't. I mean, yeah, your resistance is 248. Honestly, man, I've heard so much about this project. This looks like an inverse head and shoulders of sorts. I'd buy this shit, to be honest with you. I would. Why not? Have at it. Looks ready to break out on a diagonal. I think it looks pretty good. I think it should go here. A little support resistance flip down here. Continue on. Here's your rather flat neckline. This isn't the most textbook. Call it a triple bottom then. But, well, what's the volume say? Descending. Yeah, man. Have at it. Looks good. Thanks for saying something. I might buy some. Valentino, you trying to tell me about you're trying to tell me about advertising my stream and you say Google AdWords? No, get out of here. Putting you in timeout. Bad Valentino. You got timed out for 5 minutes. Bad boy. You're in timeout. Think about what you've done. You little shit. Alright. Man, Litecoin. Litecoin ain't messing around. I'm digging it. Digging me some Litecoin here. Looks delicious. Could pull back here at, I mean, if you play the 4 hour, it'd pull back at 34 and you'd get it at 31.30-ish. 31.27-ish. Yeah. Would I buy BNB here? I would not. would I buy Dash? No. And here's why. It closed below, if you can see this range. So I'm cool on that. No thanks. Fuel probably isn't a bad buy here. Just a retest on MFT. Poly, no thanks. What's QKC doing? Pulling back, as it should. Get this shit at 1100 if you can. Right near it, 1120. Have fun. Good luck, fam. MDA. Oh, baby. 236 is coming up, though. What is happening with MDA? What the hell did you guys do to MDA? Savages. TNT should go higher here. AST. No. XLM could be attempting this trendline bounce. There it is. I would be buying XLM here. Better fucking believe I would be buying XLM here. Oh, man. And if you look at it as like a support resistance flip down here at this range on TRX, this would be a buy. I just don't like that it lost this horizontal zone right here of this wick, but it's back above. And this pattern looks like shit. Like, what is that? I guess you call it a rounding bottoming pattern. But then if you extend this downtrend line, let me click on it. There we go. You extend this. It's close, but it's not there yet. So would you take that bet? Man, that's tough, isn't it? Right at the daily 20 EMA, it's just going sideways. It's trendless. Tough, man. I mean, I don't know. To me, this looks, the only thing that makes sense to me on this is something like this. I actually like it better from down here. It was a true real body low. Bear pennant, I'd say. Bear pennant. Maybe short this downtrend line, but I don't know. Long in it here is dangerous. Cash. All right, cash pulled back. If you can get 4K, man, I get 4K like immediately. What's Zcash doing? Right in the middle of the range. Congrats if you bought it down here. Zilliqa. All right, this is a falling wedge. This is like a certified falling wedge. So if you look at Tron, right, this is pretty much a bearish pennant, right? But if you look at Zilliqa and you know that their mainnet coming up, so there's a fundamental catalyst. That's a falling wedge if I've ever seen one, right? It's at resistance. And there's nowhere in this range to really buy. What you could do is just fib from bottom of the range to the current move and try to grab a golden pocket player of 0.5. You'd be looking at like okay, so 400 or 405 is the golden pocket. Like right there, with the understanding that it could return back to this range. Now, it's only touched that trend line twice, so it's not on the bottom. You know, it's knocking on the top a lot more than it is on the bottom. That would tell you that it wants to go through the top. This would be the fourth touch to the top, only 2 on the bottom. So do the math. I think a 400 buy is probably a good idea. First target, 580, 680-ish. Just off horizontals, off the zone. I assume you guys can see where my crosshairs are looking. My bad. I should just draw the line. Somewhere around here, these two. Waves, man, that doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. It didn't really make a new low. Like, okay, I don't like it, obviously, when the real body of the previous range was broken below on a close. But you can give it a little bit of slack if there's a wick there and it didn't break the wick. It held wick support. Obviously, wick support is what the market was looking at. So there you go. And really, this should be a little bit lower for the green. There we go. Perfect. And it held it perfectly. And here it goes. Was there any volume off of that? This is Binance. Not a ton. Look at the 4-hour, though. Not a ton. I wouldn't touch it. It should meet resistance at 27-ish, a little bit above 27-ish. Probably wouldn't touch it. But let the move play out and buy a pullback. Okay? It looks kind of promising. The only issue, man, is like if you draw from over here like we did with Tron, that's a descending triangle. You could even go over here to the real range. That's like a descending triangle. So, meh. I'm probably all right. Although I do like the potential for short-term profits off this move. It held horizontal. And this is broken, so a move up should be in store. I mean, that's a pretty significant daily downtrend line broken. The next one could be this one. And that would probably line up the daily 50 moving average. You're looking at like 1250-ish, which would also be the wicks of this range right here, right through the middle of that range, from here to there. It's probably not a bad idea on POA. Sell at 1250. You'd want to get in on an hourly pullback. Yeah, so where would I try to get in? This is fucking textbook, man. Like right here, 1,000. So POA 1,005. Yeah, this is pretty textbook, guys. Just buy the throwback. That's gonna be a good one. T 1250. ONT. double bottom potentially. But the problem is that would be essentially a descending triangle. I don't think we have much of a trend line here. Like, what the hell is that? That wouldn't be it. If we want to call this, and sometimes you have to use your own discretion on this, but if we wanted to call this the real move and that's a false break above because it came afterwards, this would give us a flatter trend line up top, right? And it'd give us better boundaries to play within. So I'm going to say yes. All right, and I'm going to zoom in so you guys understand what I did right there. Do you see where I drew this from? This wick? Sorry if you guys can hear background noise. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm working with what I got here. This wick was a close above. The real bodies are the same, so I can do this. This was the first move. False break above to continuation. The move ended right here. So we're going to draw that from here to the second peak. That is our trend line. This is no longer relevant. And then assuming that it holds, do we want to go with a ascending trend line? See you guys. Or do we want to go with a horizontal? I say it just depends, because you could draw it from the real body, which I love to do because you don't want to see real closes below, right? You have to tell you it's probably going lower in most cases. The one thing is, if we draw horizontal and ascending, it's giving us multiple areas of confluence. Like, that's confluence. So we can leave them both on, really. And then how it's bouncing off of, it's probably not a bad buy right now. What's the hourly say, volume wise? There's been some bull volume coming in, man. This was a swing lower failure with volume. I mean, the stop would be below 19.2. We'll call it 19.2. Yeah, the stop would be below that. What's the 4 hour say? That looks like a textbook bull div. It's close. It's not quite, but it's close. It's almost there. And I would really only play this up to like 21.4. Get the hell out, the daily 20 EMA. I mean, I feel like I'm being a pussy doing that, because the real target would be 23.5 off the horizontal of this zone. With the stop being below 19.2, you're not risking much. I like it. Let's see what happens. OMG, no thanks. Guys, I'm looking for double bottoms. Yeah, I'm looking for double bottoms, and this is kind of in no man's land. You better hope this shit holds your all-time chart support. Better hope that shit holds. But it's not there yet, so I wouldn't buy it. Okay. I did not long ADA or LTC. Look at ADA. I mean, okay, here's the thing. It lost its real body support, right? So let's go to wick support. It's still below that. It's the only saving grace on this chart right now is that it's returned to this zone all the way from the beginning and is sitting on it. It has the Coinbase ad coming up. The US dollar chart is up 8% today. It just moved 10 sats for no reason. Try it out, man. Stop below 900. Try it out. See what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Enigma isn't at a bad zone. This looks like a sucker zone for those selling. Because look at this wick, man. Look at this wick. Don't just look at this wick right here. Look at this wick back to here. Just draw it back to here. Resistance. Support. Support. But the only thing is that, like, this bitch is at 6170, right? It's not there yet. There's probably a daily bull div from here to, it's not even that yet. Holy moly, it is from here to there, but that's not exaggerated yet. Let it come down to 62, 6300. That's where I would buy Enigma. Gas looks okay. You know, I would buy GVT here, guys. I would. GVT. I would buy GVT here. You could sucker me into that shit. Sure. Look at the hourly. There's probably volume. There it is. Inverse head and shoulders. Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Oh, so little lesson on inverse head and shoulders. Technically, all right, you want it as symmetrical as possible. The head and the shoulders look great, right? The neckline, you want it as flat as possible because that gives you symmetry. But you can have a descending neckline, okay? You can have a descending neckline. Ain't no thing. I've seen many descending necklines pull through. This is a 4-hour play, right? So, descending volume all the way through. This is a classic inverse head and shoulders. And then zoom into the hourly to see where you'd want to buy. I would want to buy on the hourly. This is a little more rounded than I want, but no, this is glaring. I'd buy here. Right around here, I'd buy GVT. Call it under 120, baby. 138's your next target. 130-ish. Hell yeah. Definitely not. Don't buy Link. Fuck no. Nano's on my list. It's not there yet. It's got too much above it right now. Look at LTC, dude. I already looked at LTC, dude. I already looked at LTC. You got to rewind. LTC was like the second coin I looked at, third coin I looked at. OST is in here, I believe. Unless I deleted it. Looks a lot like Nano, to be honest with you, but that's an 886 off a micro 886. No, I'm not buying that. It's right here on resistance. I'm not buying that. Absolutely not. All right, guys. This wasn't half bad. Get at me in the private group and then in Crypto Critics as well. I'm going to share some trades with you guys, and I'll catch you on the flip side, all right? Have a good day.